Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode here on African Confessions. The following story that you're going to be listening to, the first one, it reads like this. Hello, Brother Nashi, how are you? Can you please post my story as hidden identity? I am a Zimbabwean woman, but I am no longer staying in Africa. I have relocated and I am staying here in Singapore, where I am working as a nurse aide. I have been here for the past 3 years, but I used to work in South Africa. When I was working in South Africa, my brother, I worked for this other family. They were from Venda, but they were staying in Joburg. Those people, both of them, they were working at a certain university that I can't mention by name. I think that they are still working there, if it happens that they have not yet retired. So they also had sort of like a private school whereby kids, when they wanted to do extra lessons, they would go to one of their home, which was more like a school, but it was not a school that operated each and every day. It was mainly for extra lessons. There were a lot of things that were happening there and a lot of charms that those people were using mainly on the kids. Those that were very bright and intelligent, they would steal a destiny from a child. I want to tell you about what happened from this other child that was staying in Soweto, that they also were teaching, but for free, as if they were doing this out of their good heart, but they wanted to steal their destiny. They told me that I was supposed to steal a cat in the area where they were staying. It was a very nice estate where rich people were staying. They told me that I was supposed to catch a cat any way that I could do it. I was supposed to do it. So I then started to put milk outside, and some of the cats that would roam around the estate would come and drink the milk. I did this for nearly 2 weeks so that the cats can get used to it. Most of the cats now, they would be staying close to the house where I was working, and they were not around at that time. They told me that they were going back to Venda because they were not allowed to be close to the place where the rituals were going to be done until I would have managed to do what they wanted me to do. So after that, I then took some poison and I put it into the fresh milk. 2 cats, they died. I only needed 1. I called my boss, whom was in Venda at that time, and I told my boss that what they had told me to do, I had managed to do it. And then they said that they wanted me to do a video call. I did a video chat, and they told me that I was supposed to prepare that cat, to cook it, but not using any salt, and I was supposed to just prepare it and put it into little containers and pack it in the fridge. And I did as I had been instructed to do. When I was removing the skin from the cat, they told me to go into the garage. There was this other car that the boss only drove when he would go to play golf. It was a nice Ferrari car, and he told me that at the boot there was a knife that was there. I took it. It had a wooden handle. It was very small, but it was also gold coated when I was looking at it. And then I was told to use that small knife to remove the skin from that cat. I did as I had been instructed to do, and then I started to cook it. When I was done, that was when they told me that they had spoken with that young man who was very bright and intelligent. That was from Soweto. He was supposed to come to the house so that he can assist with some other mainly duties like cleaning the yard. Since they were sponsoring him, his parents did not even deny it because they were very rich. The guy then came that very same evening. I then knocked off and I told him that he was supposed to eat the meat, when he would cook pap, the meat that I had left on the stove, he was not supposed to touch any other meat that was in the fridge. That was the instruction that I had been given by the boss. He did as I had told him to do. He ate that cat until they returned. He had finished eating that cat. He did not even know that they were using him for rituals. That young man, I saw his downfall. He stopped attending the extra lessons, and then he started smoking. And one day I met him. I was going to the embassy. When I found him, he was with other boys, those ones that are nyaupes. I was surprised with the way that he was so bright. He said that he wanted to be a doctor. After he would have passed his matric, he would go to university. And those people that I was working for, they even said that they were going to help her to get a bursary, and they would make sure that he will go even to Stellenbosch because of the way that he was so intelligent. But they were stealing his destiny. From that day, Brother Nashi, I learned a lesson, not to just say thank you to anyone that will come to me because they are rich. Then they will say that your children, we want to help you with your children, because other people out there, yes, they do assist people and they don't use people for rituals, but there are others that will steal your destiny. I'll never forget that young man. I don't know if he is alive or he died. So this is my confession, brother. I am currently working in Singapore. Before I had came to Singapore, I was working in the UK as a nurse aide, and then that was when I decided to do a switch, because I saw the whole movement that was happening in Britain, the anti-immigrant movement that is happening there, and I chose to act quickly before my visa had expired. Me and my husband, we then chose Singapore, and then we came here. This is my confession. When you post, you will tell me. I just want to tell other people out there that you need to be very careful, especially when someone comes to you and then that person will tell you that they want to assist your child, they want your child to be close to them. You just need to be very careful. Just like what happened to that boy, he did not even know that I was going to feed him cat meat, and that is how they stole his destiny. Your dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by one of our dear sister. Strange things indeed, they do happen in this world. Can you believe it? She is saying that this is exactly how they steal your child's destiny. They will come to you and they'll say that we will sponsor your child, we will do this for your child, but then they will take his or her destiny. Let us try to talk about this in the comment section. Then there is another sad story that was sent to me by our dear sister. We should help her as well in the comment section. The message that she sent to me, it reads like this. Hello, Brother Nashi, how are you? Can you please post my story as hidden identity? I have come here with my confession that I want you to share on your platform. My name, you'll call me Makanaka, and I am a woman and I am aged 29 years old. I have my child, and all these years that I have been staying with my husband, I used to tell myself that true love indeed it exists, because of the way that my husband was giving so much love to me. I did not know that my husband, he was going to betray me in a very painful way like this. I am here to tell you that I am someone that is always depressed at all the times. Most of the times I hear a voice that tells me to jump off from the balcony, because it does not help at all what is happening to me. So I am here to tell you how I was cheated on my husband, as well as how I have been planning to go and to commit suicide at the girlfriend's house, so that she can know that it is not easy as a woman that is married to know that your husband has a woman and is now mistreating you, maybe she'll understand the pain that she has been giving to me. I want to tell you how my husband has left me. We are still staying together, but we are staying together for the sake of the child, because he does not want us to divorce, because the child, he says that he wants us to co-parent the child together, and it is very painful because out there people do not even know that this is what is happening in my life, and he wants me to act as if everything is just normal. Brother Nashim, as for my husband, I'll call him Tawanda, and as for Tawanda, he married me and he told me that it was going to be me and him for the rest of the life. But hey, life is so painful. When I started to notice that there is something that is going on, he would always receive these late night calls, and when he would answer, it would be like he does not want to talk with the person who would have called him. He would then say that it is one of my friend from work. So I kept on watching him until I managed to get hold of his phone, because he was always on his phone at all the times, and he did not want to speak with me, and he was never comfortable whenever I was using his phone. So then I found some messages in his phone. It was from this other number, and it was written as "Good night, babe." And as for my heart, it was full of so much pain. And then I spoke with my neighbor, and I told her everything that had been happening in my life. And then she told me that it is not a big problem, but we need to know this woman first, where she stays, then we can think of an idea. So we then managed to see that woman. What happened on that day was that I lied to my husband, and I told my husband that I wanted to go with the child to the clinic because my child was not feeling okay. My husband then said, okay, it's fine, and he was at home when I left. I then went to my neighbor's house, and we were hiding, and we were watching each and every movement. Within about 30 minutes, that was when my husband started his car and he went out. My neighbor, she also took her husband's car, and then she started driving, following my husband at a distance. We even lost him when we were in town, but we managed to catch up with him until we arrived in the suburbs. This woman, it seems as if she is someone that is well educated, and she is quite rich, even richer than my husband. And then we found a place to park, and we were watching the gate where we had seen my husband entering with his vehicle, and I was crying at that time. And as for my friend, then told me that I am not supposed to cry, and this is the advice that she has given to me. She has told me that I am supposed to find a girlfriend. I don't know if she is telling me the truth. She told me that her husband as well cheated on her, and then she decided to have a boyfriend. She even ended up having a child with that boyfriend. This is what she told me, and I do not know if I am supposed to also do the same thing that she also did. Can you also give me advice? Am I supposed to look for a boyfriend that will heal my heart, just like what my neighbor told me? She said when she was cheated on by her husband, she had to get a new boyfriend so that the boyfriend can heal her broken heart. And she said to me, do not leave your marriage just like I did. Just make sure that you date other men whilst you remain married to your husband, and it is going to assist you. And what I have been thinking is that I have been planning to go and to just kill myself at that woman's house, because I am always depressed at all the time. I have this other jacket that belongs to my husband, Tawanda. He loves it a lot, so I have been planning to use it. The day when I die, I want to die whilst I am wearing that jacket. And this is my confession. And I am also planning ahead. I have already bought the red poison as well as a small pill bottle where I have put everything, because I do not want my husband to even know that this is what I am planning. One day just going to hear that there is someone that has died at his girlfriend's house. My confession is not to promote people committing suicide, but it is just that I want other people that listen to your channel, that date other people that are married, I want them to know and to understand that this is the pain that you will be causing in someone else's life. It is not easy. I want my husband and his prostitute to know that this is the pain that they have brought into my life, to be left by your husband and then he starts to have a mistress. It is not an easy thing. It's like I am dead. Already I am dead even though I am alive. I even tried to go for therapy, but it did not work at all. I need advice. Which one is better? To get a boyfriend and I do not divorce my husband, or to just go to the girlfriend's house and then I die in front of her? Yo, dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by one of our dear sister. Strange things indeed, they do happen in this world. Please do not end your life, dear sister. Let us try to speak with him in the comment section. Then there is another message that was sent to me by one of our dear listener. The message, it reads like this: hello brother Nashi, how are you? Please post my story. To not share my profile. Can you see the pictures that I have sent to you? You see those shops that look the same, one in front, the other at the back. Both of those shops, they once belonged to my uncle, then the other one, it belonged to my father. The problem is that my uncle and my father, as brothers, they went to a traditional healer and they did rituals for those shops in the villages, and now we are suffering. We have been suffering for a very long time, and if you know anyone that can assist us, please do try to help us, because what my father and his elder brother did is that when they had returned back from a traditional healer who gave them the chance so that they can have a lot of people coming to their shops so that they can be able to sell a lot of merchandise, then the people in the family, our aunties and my father's other elder brothers as well as young brothers, they then found out that this is what the two had done, my father and my uncle, and they tried to fight with them. Then my father and my uncle decided that it was far much better for them to bewitch everyone in the family, and they finished the whole family, those that were of their generation. They killed them all simply because they just wanted to run those two old shops. Can you see them? No one even uses them anymore. But we are looking for someone that can assist us so that the charms or the tokoloshis that my father and his brother were using, because these charms, they are still in the family and they are causing a lot of harm in the family. We are people that can't achieve anything because we are being blocked by the spirit of the tokoloshis. If you know anyone that can assist us, please, my brother, I am begging you, try to connect me with that person so that I can be able as well to go and consult with that person so that my life can start to move, because as I am speaking right now, life is just stuck at one place and I am unable to achieve anything in life. I'll be following through in the comment section. Your dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by one of our listener who sent me the pictures of the shops that are in his area. Those shops, they once belonged to his uncle and the father, and now there is no one that is even running them, and they are not even big supermarkets. They are just those old grocery stores that you find in the villages, and all that they did was that they just wanted to get a lot of customers, so they used rituals, and now the family is suffering. Let us talk about this in the comment section. Let us meet again in the following episode. I'll be back with another show again. If you have any confession, do not hesitate to reach out to us at Brother Nashim on Facebook.